Because you was on fire. I came
Uh,
like at the last bit. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I appreciate
Never-
it. It was definitely late.
Yeah.
I was
Bothered him.
well, well,
You should have bothered him either way.
she bothered me. My brain was shutting down.
But I was gonna ask, should I do like a sub two for that, like separate for him?
Nope, straight up. I Clinton handled that. It gets on my nerve. People fall that gets idea or insulting. They insulting people. Yeah,
I love the way you put it. I love the way you put it. It is definitely an insult in
it
my
gets on
book
my nerve.
to call up somebody and say, "Hey, I try to sell your property for $100,000, and I give you $25,000 instead." Ooh, I'm hoping they're gonna say no, and then I'm gonna switch, and then oh, come on now,
Just get
just
just straight out sub
get to the
two.
point.
Okay.
Get to the point. Stop stop wasting the person's time. Basically, it sort of shows, hey, this person is not real. They're toying and they don't really understand. If you are a real buyer, you get to the point because the thing you don't have now, as you can see, the challenge I have as a buyer, I don't have time for the things that I need.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to sit here even 5 minutes, talking about a way to buy a plea that I'm not going to do? No, I'm not going to waste
Okay.
time. So yes, please, by all
I got scolded
because
by a today.
you
That's
got what?
because I scolded a buyer today for
Okay.
not wanting my deals. I was trying to display a deal. The Florida one. A buyer came in, texted me, text blasting all over my and Facebook as well. All I was asking the same question: how much it's gonna cost to fix it up? I told him multiple times I have no clue. There is flood damage. I haven't done inspection. I'm leaving that part for the investor. And he's like, me gives me an estimate, like how much it's gonna cost. I'm like no clue. He's like, yeah, unless you can give me an estimate how much it's gonna cost, you're wasting my time. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
You're wasting his time. What?
If you like that property so much, why don't you go and visit? I already told you, go and take a look or do an inspection. If you want me to help you, I can just do an inspection. He's like, no, it's gonna waste my time.
Well, speaking of time, I'd say the conversation that he's having is a waste of time. All that time, he's once, asked twice, and you're no, I don't know. I'll move on. You're wasting time. He's telling you you're wasting time. That's a switch.
Now he's asking me, are you even on track? Are you daisy chaining this? I'm like, dude, I don't like your disrespecting tone or attitude. Don't do business with disrespecting people. If you like it, go ahead and take a look. If you don't like it, why even bother asking me? If you're stuck on that question, you can easily fix that problem by sending someone over, go drag your ass down there. I say that, but that's what to say. Get yourself down there or do an inspection. Easy fix. What do you want me to do? Oh well, you don't know sell. You didn't ask. I'm like, I did. They didn't give me the estimate. Don't even know. You have the picture. You can see it.
Mm. Right. Okay.
Stupid kid acting like he's the king of the world.
Today we've got some time. Let me. What would you like us to do today? Mute. You're on mute. Now you said yesterday you came in
Okay.
and you're like, okay, that time at the start of the night, what would you like us?
For the property, see what would be a good sub two to present.
Okay, sounds good. Samples, samples, my Colombo. Definitely.
Like I'm getting some 5-star, 5-diamond help over there.
Well, you're getting
Oh yeah.
you're getting the.
I mean, if the
Cisco
deal is good enough,
Club.
you already have a buyer for it. He's live right now,
Yeah. Buy,
talking to you.
as we can tell, we sort of buy too many things. So what I will do, I'm not since not currently on contract, I won't share the properties, but I can
Okay.
type the details into the wholesatless.com/template. It's an underwriting tool,
Okay.
and I will put the numbers in there.
Can you make my screen big?
Ooh, okay. So it's best week. So it looks like I'm just going to refresh and see. Get a brand new, clear everything up. Okay, down payment. So one, I know that I want to make infer. I'm potentially going to buy this. So first thing I always do, remove the assignment fee because I'm buying it. Not gonna pay somebody else. I'm gonna buy it. Do you have any idea the rent? As I could potentially pull
The
up
rent estimate is 1,600.
1,600. Okay, and they do or flex or something.
No, it wasn't a duplex. It's just a 6-3.
It's a 6-3. So let's get that number.
From that rent website.
Okay. Website. And then the number they gave you, was that based on 6 rooms or was that based on 2 rooms? Because that number seems like 2 rooms to me.
So,
No. Yeah. So what's the state? What's
Illeen, ILLEEN.
okay? Colleen. Okay. Yes. So this number is going to be just for one in Texas. I'm just, but you know what? Where I buy, it's gonna like to do. What I like to do is just have AI do it for me. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll have AI do it instead of going to use photos, cast, and other sites. That is probably gonna sell this, but that's it. Version for the need or now. It's fine. Okay. It's gonna update the correct. And yeah, it was close. I'm still gonna change. I want it to be late. That's the yeah. So
Oh, it
Yeah,
says 22 to 3,500 a month.
who said that? You asked ChatGPT yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. So there you go. So it says it
I hate
here. What
AI.
does it do? It uses some of these different sources, right? It uses Redfin, Apartments.com. It could put a use Zillow, all these other estimates. So I put that now, which would be the examples that it used, could use. Maybe it did use, right? So we can go and check stuff, but I'm like good enough. I don't need it to be. I just need a general number.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine. We'll go with that. Well, she chimed in there that he doesn't like AI, but it's okay. To me, I don't need.
Because
What's the
it
matter?
makes people dumb.
It makes
Mhm.
people dumb. Okay. Well, I'm sorry it makes you dumb. Doesn't make, but it's all good.
All right, I'll get
2000. No, you said it makes people dumb, so you use it correctly, so it's all good. I'm
very rarely. I don't even remember when was the last time I used it.
yeah, it's all good. I remember using it either. It was really this.
You just
I'm using it now, but I'm saying before this, right now, the last time I used it was probably about 2 hours ago, but I literally don't remember. So maybe you're correct, sir. Maybe you're correct. So here's the thing: rental estimate was 6.3. It's somewhere between 22 is what I'm telling you. You said you all the way up to 30, like 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously we're going to have to go on the end, especially as we're starting out, because we're not 100% sure.
Right.
But it looks like the number is definitely not 1,600. And even when I looked at looked kind of low, so that even went down. Okay, so we'll just go on. Property taxes just has very big property taxes. So for this one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume at 400. If I'm not going to buy much. Insurance stuff is probably less than that. So I'm going to say it's just about $100 per month.
No HOA.
And no HOA. If there was, it would be kind of expensive. Texas, I hear, is supposed to be getting for alpha. It doesn't have to be exact, but if I remember correctly, on it originally somewhere around 100,000.
95.
See, these people who are perfect. Why do you have to be exact, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the right numbers.
Yeah. So obviously, there are two types of people in the world. Like there are people who can see the picture.
Mhm.
Two types of people. So there you go. Do you need me to say what the type is?
I can see the big picture. I don't want to know the other type.
All right, perfect. Yeah, there's some certain people went to and they're like, "Oh no, I'm waiting to tell me what the other type is." Like, but it's all good. So here we go. Our first ROI closing cost about 0.5%. Here, I think that's probably fine. For that's fine. 200K. I told 2%, but it's fine. We'll go with that. So according to this, cash for this for cash, we'd basically we might as well put it into standard boards or something, kind of the stock market, because that's that. This is even before this is buying for cash. So probably why is bought it for cash. It's wrong to cash flow if you do that. We now are going to go over and say, hey, we do this up to. Can we buy this over time? But wait, do they have a mortgage?
They do.
Okay,
Let me pull it up. I had this ready.
property input list price 200K for price. Sitting on iBox Live, we've got underwriting deal. We're underwriting live, and we're trying to figure out what would make sense both for the buyer and the seller. We want to make sure the sellers are happy. If they're not happy, make our lives miserable to be happy. So let's see. Looking up mortgage information, and ladies and gentlemen, shortly is about to give us mortgage information.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Okay, I thought we had it. We didn't. We didn't. Did not. Try. We're gonna try to restart this. If this works. We fail. So I'm gonna save us a little bit of time here and maybe go to this. Okay, it's hidden. Now here's my question to you: where are you looking at this mortgage information?
Fire.
So you're not looking at it in the wholesale atlas?
I am not.
Oh, okay. So that to me, like, oh yeah, it's taking her a while. Why is it taking a while? Oh, because not looking at
Oh,
the
my computer is so slow.
there's no, let's see. I just did something. I didn't want to undo what I just did. And,
Okay.
or let it take its time. So based on the information I'm looking at, it looks like the mortgage. And let me that nothing is 100%. Okay, you always want to ask. You know, we're going to be getting we understand. Hey, it looks like they have a mortgage. But we're going to present them an offer based on the fact that they do have a mortgage, but they might not have a mortgage, right? The software we're looking at they could have already bought, let's say today, right? Who knows? Software wouldn't have been updated. And so it's always important to make sure we check with them, right? With the realtor. And if they're interested, if they're willing, then we need to see the actual mortgage statement, not the mortgage payoff. Sometimes people are like, oh, can you send me the mortgage statement? Like they'll send us a payoff, but that's not helpful. We need to know how much we're paying per month if we're going to this property. So that's what we're going to ask for. So looking at this, it looks like a mortgage balance of somewhere over 116, maybe somewhere out there. And again, big picture, it doesn't really matter the exact number. Okay, I'm going to say, ooh, that's the offer price. This down payment amount, the value, and I'm trying to use. It's not giving me an option. They need to fix this actually, but this one has to do a balance of somewhere around 1. Okay, so if it's 117K, I can't really change the price. Try to give me about that much. And I'm going to go back and say what was the original amount.
So did you do your homework?
130, about 130. And we'll say this was somewhere around
3.
8%. So the payment was around 550, like that. Okay. So challenges I'm going to see is according to this mortgage balance and how much they're asking for. They currently have an equity. They have equity of around around $100,000, right? Yeah, around $100,000. 41% of 200. So yeah, close enough. $100,000. To be exact, it's 200 minus 117. They're like, hey, I'm selling it for 200, and the balance is 117. So they have 83. 83. You add, yeah, you add 7 to 90, and 10 gets 100. Right? 83. They're like, hey, I'm looking. I'm gonna get $83. Ooh. So because of that, Nasha, I'm going to tell them it might be kind of hard because they're going to want probably large down payment. They're like, well, we need half of that. We might be able to give you half because you do have a lot of money in there. But half is just a lot. If you give them 83, 40%. So let me do it over 40%, and if they want half of that, that's 20%. If I'm going to give them a down payment of 2%, other people say, not me, but other people will say, well, I go to a bank, get a loan for 20% and pay off the whole thing. Guess what? The bank, you're probably not going to get 8%. So if in this case, please don't tell me, don't be exact, Natasha. Let me say,
I'm not. I'm trying to.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if the seller is looking at, is watching us on Box Live right now, if the right, if the seller is doing it, if the agent is watching us on Box Live now, I will say, I don't like the idea of 20%, but at the same time, I recognize that if I did go to a bank and get had to spend 20% to get a loan, I would probably not be able to get a loan as of right now, 3%. So let's be fair. Let's be honest. Right? Always be fair and honest. So being fair and honest, I don't know that this is work, but we always offer, send an offer.
Mhm.
Okay, so generally speaking, your down payment should, we want to be something like 10% for down payment. 10% of 200 is, ladies and gentlemen, between 20K.
20.
Okay, that's 10% of 200K divided by 10 gets you. Okay, hey, can we give you $20,000 to buy this property? I understand that if you sold it to you back to 80K, but that's not I do. I don't spend 80K on one property. It doesn't really make sense. At the same time, if I did that, entry fee is here it's telling me nice in red. My entry fee is 10% because it's going to include costs, adds that, goes into that, and it's like, oh man, too much. Like, I know it's too much. So that's, to us, that's generally speaking, it's going to be a challenge for this, right? But at the same time, even if I did spend $12,000 to take a mortgage, I really I still need to pay them. Okay, so I can't, in this case, this literally can't be just a simple substitute. Hopefully, this process helps understand why, because now I've only given them 20%. I didn't give them 80.
Mhm.
I've only given them $20,000, which is 10%. But really, technically, I guess I should give them 20%, right? Like, so I should give them, because they have 4% equity, I should give them 20%, to a bank, which of course means, oh man, that's way bad, right? I should be under 10, and this way over 10. Right? Well, cash and cash is still not too bad, but they want 80, so $80,000. Put that in, and cash. Well, they're saying at least it's 0, but 80, that's still going to be pretty hard. If I paid them $80,000 for the current, and then I gave them nothing at all until I paid them off in whatever years, then it might potentially work. Okay. So my apologies for taking so long to getting to the point. I want to go back and see, but
So do you always have to 10% of it? Can't you lower, like
oh yeah,
10,000 or 5,000?
Yes, ma'am. I would much rather do 5,000. I would much rather do 5,000. If I did that, then my entry fee would be under 10%, and cash on cash obviously be really, really good. Right? It means that here means I'm getting back it's over 150% here, because if I paid a total of less than 70,000, if I paid less than 7,000 to get into this property, and I didn't pay them anything at all for that first year, means first year I would have spent 7 and gotten back over 10,000. Right? That would be awesome, all green, but it's probably going to be very difficult. So for that situation, that's why we end up when this equity is that high. Okay, when it's that high, it makes it really challenging. We will have to pay them something, usually per month. So I'm walking through this now. I'm thinking, maybe I should jump to hybrid, but I think it was good that we started with subject to, just to show we're doing subject to because they have a mortgage. If they didn't have a mortgage, we would have used seller financing instead. So they do have a mortgage. Now we are not using subject to because, again, if we only gave them 5K down, then obviously that's not going to be as much as how much they would expect cash after paying back the loan. So now we're going to say, all right, fine, we'll pay you a month. That's what makes a hybrid. They have so much equity that really it's going to have to be a hybrid. We're going to have to pay them a certain amount down, hopefully 5,000. They can be 5,000 down. And now I'm going to have to put this back in. It's forgotten all about it. 200K, somewhere around 200K. Interest rate again was 3%. Payment, again, I would have needed the balance here. Balance. That was the. I think I did it wrong, but it was 130 and 117. Yep. So my offer price, it was 117. and my original amount was 30. So that got us to right around 5 fee, which is fine. 3 times 30 years, etc. No assignment fee, or in this case, you can do an assignment fee, but we'll start with none because again, I would be the one buying. Well, Ridley stayed. Thank you for saying hello. So that stayed. So now is the question. It's going to be infinite. I set payment. So payment to the seller. If I did this after this event, expenses, PITI here because I've got property taxes and insurance. So I only have about $8,000 after all expenses. $800, almost $900 after all of these expenses. I really need to slow down and be more precise. My apology there. Okay, if I was to say, you know what, I can give you half of that, almost half of that, $400 per month. That's still in. I need to set it up twice. Apparently. Okay. So in this case, if I was to give them $5,000, okay, and gave them $400 per month, that means that overall it would cost them $10,000, cost me $8 to this situation to get on a contract. I'll get this property, starting them for, and then give them $5,000 down. And what about this is I would have paid $8,000 and gotten back over $5,000 for the year. Paid, and then cash on cash, obviously green because over 20% probably. Okay, this is over 15, pretty much over 20 is good. Okay, so I suppose this would start. They say, wow, $400 a month is too low. They're probably going to say down payment is too low. We can potentially go up, maybe even double this to 10,000, and numbers still work. My entry's not bad and good, and even to. So this is where I'd start. Hey, can I give you $5,000 plus $100 a month, and I could potentially do. Let's go 5. Not too bad. Still 6. Still over 20%, and 7. Under 20%, but still green because it says over 13%. Still green. I can do it. I'm almost losing money. Obviously, if I'm 900, I'm like, I want 900. Yeah, but if so, I'm losing money. I'm losing money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I suppose we can do that. I suppose we can do that. So my entry here, I'm thinking through this. My entry fee would be less than 20,000, which everybody knows here. You've watched BuyBox Live, watched it on YouTube or something. You know that if 20% is almost for me, so into the situation, at least it's under 20, it's under $1,000. Yeah, I'll buy it. I'd still buy it, and then bring it to my team if I don't buy it. It still potentially looks good. All right. So Derek, if you're watching this, close your ears. See my reach out. Very nice. That's how she's gonna offer you $5,000 plus $400 a month.
I think that's a deal.
Yeah. I think that's a good for, and I think it's a deal for the seller. I shouldn't say it's not a good deal for the seller. I think it's a great deal for the seller because they're trying to sell it for $200,000 to get $200,000. Okay. Now, I keep this number low. Okay. So this is not the end. This is a conversation. Okay. You really need to keep this entry low. So if they're like, oh, I need a whole lot more down payment, like I can't. Like you tell them, you have a buyer. He's Clinton. He has a website called BuyBox Live. He has multiple websites actually, but I'll probably bring this to Shared. You can find us at shareequityplan.com. Shareequityplan.com. If the down payment is, let's say, 10,000, more than probably more than 1,000, I'll bring it into. Probably won't just buy it myself. We'll see. But yeah, he's gonna be like, down payment not enough. Okay, cool. If we have to pay more, but I will tell you this, that I would much rather pay them more, 200,000 is what they're looking for, so I could potentially pay them to maybe something like that. It's probably not too over. So I'd much rather, if they're like, oh, I need, instead of that much, 5,000, I need 20,000. Okay, well, you know what? I can add 15 to this number. I can add 20 to this number. You need, well, I can't move this number, this down payment. I can't move that number, but I can increase the price that I pay you. And the reason I can do recognize, hey, paying you, and feel free to go back to buyboxlive.com to YouTube this video, this portion, so that you really understand why I do this. It is really giving them, like, let's say the price, whatever the current price is, he's buying it like 200. Nobody 200. They think they dropped price a little bit, still nobody's bought it. Okay, but I recognize that give it a year or 2 or 3 years, that property should increase in value, right? It should appreciate it, and it should cost, hopefully, over time. So what I'm doing is I'm saying, oh, yeah, fine. It's going to cost more over time. Then yeah, I can pay you more now. I can pay, let's say, 10. Right? Let's say a year from now, property up in value. It's not going to be 10. It's not going to be. It's going to be less 3%. Okay, but if I have value and I have 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 or 7, hopefully 8 years really to pay this off, then the property has gone up in value. Let's see, instead of, we'll do it in increments, right? Say 3%. Right. So I'm going to say we got 200K, and I'm going to, oops. Okay. So back to this 1.0. Property goes up to 206. Let's say 3%. Okay, that's 1 year. Then, oh, interesting. Actually, it's going to be 206. Say that.
Where on here do you see that you have to pay that $400 to the seller? Does it tell?
It doesn't, but I just do, high level, big picture. I just do 8 years. So,
Okay.
8 times 12, 96 months, right? 96 months. And then they say, oh, much, 7, worry about exactly how many months it is. It's somewhere what I do. Other people don't necessarily do this. Sometimes I add this to the contract, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to pay you back over time I know you want 7 years, okay? At the maximum. So I go the extra step. I'm like, if the property appreciates, I will actually pay off in 6 years or 5 years, whatever that number, right? As soon as the property reaches, it's fine. I don't need to wait the whole 7 years. I don't know if people do that. I guess I do things differently. I'm crazy that way, but I wouldn't be called a crazy house guy for nothing. I understand. I recognize that people want their money as much as possible. You know what? Yeah. If property appreciates enough, I was at 206. The thing I was to say, a year later, it should be maybe 212. So that's 2 years. And then, so, 12. something like that. A year after that should be something like 218. So after 3 years, maybe about 218. And this is assuming the property value keeps going up, right?
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't, but hopefully it keeps going up, and hopefully it keeps going up about 3%. If it does, then yeah, I mean, hopefully over time it's going to be worth more. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I understand your office is 200. I know you want more as a down payment. You can't. I can't. But I can buy this property 200 today. I could buy it for 218. In 2 years, I can get started. Fully now. So that's what say 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever that number is. Right, it's going to hopefully go higher. I'm going to just number down and keep paying you paid off. That's where that.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like we have an offer, and then you have some leeway, some wiggle room. Hey, I'll pay you 1,000 plus 100 a month, and then you're gonna be something gonna say, well, what's not enough? What do you need more? You ask, what do you want of? They're gonna be like, well, I need more of everything, of course, right? That's what they're gonna say. But you just let them know, hey, I can't hire down payment. I really can't. My payments a month, that really is going to be very hard to go for. Very hard. If I'm paying them too much per month, and a renter not paying for money, I'm losing money, and I'm not.
Right.
I'm not in the business of losing money. But what I can do is pay them if they need me them more. Fine, I can potentially pay them overall for the property. I can pay them Tuesday for the property today. That's what it would be. I can pay them a little bit more. Payments, monthly payments, those are going to be really, really hard for me to go. And of course, we start, right? If I get this to $900, I'm losing. So 900 is really my max. It's like, dude, you can do the used car sale. It's like, hey, I want to pay you 100 a month. What, 5? Still want more? Look, you know what? My boss, we can 900 losing money. That's all off of 900 losing money. If they still can't do that, well, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard. Okay, so the report. A second here, looking at a thing, stuff. What am I looking at? So, what am I looking at? Yeah, give me a second. I'm just reviewing. Reviewing a inspection with and and okay, looks good. Looks good. All right, looks good. Looks good. This property, I mean, it does have needs. It's like looks like I'm still going to advocate that we pick this property up. So it's a go. That is a go, ladies and gentlemen. That is my. That is
Yeah.
That is yeah. I've really decided that I am going to go ahead and bring this to a team and see if we go ahead and buy property. So it's a go for St. Louis, everybody.
Yay.
It's a go. It's a go for St. Louis.
So I'm gonna do it today and send the offer to him.
Okay, awesome.
See what
And
he
let us know what
does.
happens. We are here to help. If they come back, whatever they come back with, almost always do. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, I saw the property. I said if we can make the numbers work, then I'd be a buyer for this property as well. I like the location.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. I'll bring some more.
You'll bring some more. Now let's talk about how we're going to do this, Natasha. How are we going to do this? This is how to do it. To use equity plan, and this is really into this. Fortunately, they're losing money. I'm like, what? Else just buy this probably not sure and give you zero. Something else. This is an example in this situation. It might as well work a little bit over. And so how long? One's up to. If so, not get come up. You know, I know I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you cash in this equity. So it really didn't make sense at all. Do um uh, available. It's all deal and the venture with me with did in the but you'll buy stack. They, they just get all good agent as well on this particular property. It's saying getting as well. So cash. I guess big thing for that really cash. You know, we got the who brought them out that I give them. I knowing me be unconscious if I don't. To try to figure out can I buy it? Just different. They're literally not involved in the person, nothing. They're not contract stuff. The same product. You mean this all that stuff? Yeah, I'm gonna pay you some. We had equity in joint, and presumably when I sell the property and now not the money into a value. And now I get even if I'm looking for what siblings, the athletes in the area, most the value go up. And when they will more, but they will go on cash because of inflation. It'll be less. Anything. Hopefully double and whatnot. If not, venture potential. I do found fast. I would something like that. It could have gotten a lot more potential. This is my top twice. Right, out of would have to in the 8. That's all I don't know. For me to get at least 3K to be able to split. But instead of all getting cash in the cash, they save like they give up with it. That'll be me. wholesaler 3 and 12, which means instead of 40. So we're not out it. That would have been nice if we would money out over time, but hopefully, we get up. So, since you need funds, remember, because a whole fund would be I give you let's fund and you can do it me for might be both ways. You get both ways. That'd be
Okay.
and yeah, we keep the pro. Enough? Sounds
Thank you for the Jay.
happy to do it. And I would say about it. I actually have a video for it. I've dropped it in the chat, but I will drop it for you as well. It's at jadequity.com. You could actually do a video. I don't make it available directly on the website because I don't want someone along like, oh yeah, I said all this stuff in the video. If you see this video, it's because you've watched my lives or I've shared it with directly or just stuff. So this would be.
All right.
To be on site. If you go to it, we can say, yeah, this is all the information. If you want to team up with us, you can join the event or you can watch videos here. This demo, you want the on personal treatment like Natasha is getting, can have exactly kind of treatment, do that with you as well. But yeah, all they have to do is drop us their email and information. So there you go. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
To process and underwrite deal live on Buy Life.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to be posted.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So what is up, everybody? Andrew, literally, we spoke today. I've seen you these lives. I'm so happy that you were with me today. And you were on stage, yes, and we were talking, and literally right now I don't remember. Well, I think it was good. I hope it was helpful, but I literally don't remember everything going on. Today, literally, I spent time reviewing an inspection report, and the day looks good. I also look about a burnt out apartment. It's totally burnt out, total property. And Josh asked a question and left. And I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I could probably. That's what I was talking about. I was like, he's in a call like, but looked at this property burnt, but the cost is actually not too high. It's cash. And Ash likes to say how much of a hypocrite I'm not less than $10,000 cash to buy it. It would cost me to spend $100,000, and I'm definitely not going to loan to renovate it. But when I buy cash and there's some back, so transfer question. Let me shortly. There's a thing that came up before. I will make an answer to this question. Answer. I'll just make the notes. Please. Thanks for the question. Man, end of the day, if I going to work, it feels like it's yesterday at the end of the line, but now it hits the weekend when I literally I'm having to retype like with the letters on a we type because I miss is it you can I think there's an email. Email me or me. Yeah, how do you join the shared equity plan? Our team. How do you get to be part of this stuff? You can go to sharedequityplan.com and just submit your email address. And I don't have it automated right now. This is one of the many things that I don't have automated that hopefully automated in the future, but right now it's not. So once you have, you will be added, be a personal message from me to deal with you. It's not going to be like most likely. It's going to be a more private conversation and other. And when I say buyers, right? If you property, then you actually get to be part of the. You might point to Nasha. You get to be a part of without getting any money because you brought me an awesome deal for property. You done as of about a month ago. But if you don't do that, that's fine. If you want to just be part of the team, then this property, literally, I'm looking for 20 people to buy with me, or 19, right? If we do, each person is potentially saving $1,000. I know it's that crazy. I like to say crazyhouseguy.com. I might be crazy, but not that crazy. Each person pays about $1,000, and you own property. Yeah, do it. If it's more than that, right? Let's say it's 200 people. Wow, it's that, like, you multiply that by 10, all in you at 20K. 100 people, you only have to spend $10. That'd be amazing, isn't it? That's right. Am I crazy? 2 people, right? And it's 20K. So that's no. Okay, it's 100. Because I added this, like so, $10. But yeah, 200 people happen to develop the property, then all of a sudden for each person it's $100. Are you kidding me? For to be an owner of a property, let's do it. Happy that. You can email me directly or sign up directly here. And what else? Or you can DM me. I'll go back through my DMs and see anybody who said, hey, raise their hand, I want to stop that. What happens? Yeah, you can provide a deal review thing. I'm going to come up for next week. Now that I've seen this inspection report, I know I have a sense of how much we'll have to renovate the property and all that, make it awesome for our renters, because your street is not a slum. I know it's in a particular location, but guess what? These are people that are, and my goal is to people who are rent. Not Lord, I will probably make good and secure on that stuff. To the best of my, can't guarantee anything, and we'll have interesting case of other things along. So, besides those, yeah, you can still use that same URL. Basically, it's opportunity. I don't have a. I do have another domain name that will potentially not likely become the website for investors, but it's not. All I did was purchase the property. Purchase the domain name. I haven't updated investors, but it's an awesome actually. Awesome. I looked like buy this do I yeah, I'm like, yeah. At some point I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be main name that I bought. So they say that a certain gen goes to the mall and buys shoes, and every shoe that set of people see, they look shoe and buy it. That's it. Not necessarily say that, but now what are domain names? I'm like, I see domain name and the domain name. It's an awesome name. do I buy this? Yeah, I guess so. I guess. So I answered one here, answer the question there, and then now here's another question. Sharing. Let's go back. You are on myboxlive.com. Now, if you go to the website, you can see the previous video is live. What's up is additional content. There were 5 videos where my audio was spent a lot of time. Audio censoring. Y'all can let me working, but I think it's pretty good. And so now at least, you know, you continue to see pretty good audio. Hear pretty good audio, I should say. Now, what is being shared? I know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I'm gonna switch screen. So over here, and I'm gonna share screen over here.